So first of all, let me start with a simple introduction of myself. I'm Vincent, born and raised in Johor, a kampong boy. I love running around and currently an enthusiastic Atomian. Well, I'm very honored that today I'm given this opportunity to be on this stage to share with you guys about my journey to Sales Master. I have to say, it's an exciting journey. I've really learned a lot and grown a lot. So let's just flash back to a few years ago. There I was, an accounting student in MMU Malacca, which did not complete his degree, dropped out, and went to Singapore. I just didn't like the idea of sitting in the office, okay, maybe this is something that I think about accounting, but forgive me if I'm wrong. I just wanted something that's more flexible, So I went to Singapore and became a flight attendant with Silkair. So that was a job which I really like my office view because it changes every day. So 3 years passed very quickly and I left the job. After I left the job, I came back to Malaysia, to the land of really good food and nice mamak stores, right, guys? I'm sorry if there's any Singaporean friends watching. I bet that you agree with me, right? And I know you must be missing Malaysian food right now, but just hang in there, right? We are all hoping that this border will open as soon as possible. So back to the topic. I came back to Malaysia and I didn't know what kind of job I want to do. I was taking my online marketing degree. So for the most part, I'm still quite free. Then a friend in insurance invited me to join him. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I actually has gotten my insurance license a few years ago. So I was thinking, okay, why not just go in and see what it's like, So I went into insurance for a couple of months, but soon I realized that that was not what I wanted. Actually, at that moment, I was already an Atomy member for a couple of months, but I had never given a thought about it, I've totally forgotten about the fact that I'm an Atomy member because I just did not want to have anything to do with it. Because to me, it's just another MLM company. When people hear the word MLM, like, ugh, right? Because I was involved with one when I was in the university, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it works. I didn't like the price. I just don't agree with how the system works. So I believe some of you had the same feeling with me, right? So after that, I actually landed a job in a good company, I would say, a Malaysian firm, a marketing position. So I've gotten the offer, I have did the medical checkup and everything. And just before I joined the company, I decided to quit. Like, what happened, right? Yeah, so this was when the magic happened. Because just when I found this job, my sponsor, which is my uncle, finally got me. Yeah, that's the word I want to use, got me. Like, you may be thinking, like, why got me, right? Yes, because I had been avoiding, hiding, and running away from him for about 6 months. Throughout all these months, my uncle has been sending me messages, on WhatsApp about how many people there is now, how many PV I have, etc., etc. But I just didn't care. Like, I just seen him, the WhatsApp blue tick. Yeah, it's all the way, blue tick all the way. And I just didn't give him any reply. He invited me to home parties. He asked me out to share about Atomy with me, but I found an excuse every single time. And, okay, this is the funny part. If there's going to be a family gathering, and I know that my uncle will be there, I wouldn't go. Yeah, because I just don't want to see him, okay? So I believe some of you were guilty of the same thing, right? I believe I'm not alone. Or you might have met someone who did exactly the same thing to you. They just read your message, they don't pick up your phone and everything. So what did you do? Did you give up? Well, thankfully, my uncle did not. He just kept following up with me until one day. That one day, which was when I brought my grandfather to the hospital for a medical checkup. And he found out about it because I actually notified my family in the WhatsApp group, okay? And you know what happened next? he texted me, of course, and then called me, hey, I'm going to meet you at the hospital. Then I'm like, oh no, just imagine, I'm like, this is not happening. Why did I tell everyone in the WhatsApp group, Then, but at that time, there's nothing I can do because I've got no excuse. I can't just leave my grandpa at the hospital alone, right? So yeah, no choice. So he arrived at the hospital, and I remember him telling me this. He said, I think it's too noisy here. Let's go somewhere quiet. And he proceeded to invite me to his place, which is not far away from the hospital. And actually, I'm glad that at that moment, I did not come up with another excuse, okay? Maybe I was moved by his persistence and sincerity, or maybe I just can't think of an excuse good enough, okay? Either way, that was a very good decision that I've not regretted making. So I went to his place, and he started to introduce Atomy to me. You know the moment where you're like, wow, seriously? You're lying to me, is it? Like, is it really that good? I don't have to pay anything. I don't have to buy a package. And the company background is so strong. There is the Korean government, And how can the product be good and cheap at the same time, It just sounds too good to be true. And like, I can earn that much money. I just kept getting wowed, And of course, I'm getting wowed inside, but outside I'm like, okay, yeah, not bad, yeah. Because I don't want to show it, I don't want him to be like, yes, I've got this time. I don't want him to be like, yes, I've got you this time. You know what I mean? So I just act normal. Okay, not bad, okay. And until I got home. Immediately, I went to our good friend, Mr. Google, and started searching. Carrie, Colma, Atomy, is Atomy a scam, all kinds of things. And after a while, I'm pretty much convinced that, yeah, this company is legit. So from then on, I started to join the home party my uncle invited me to. The day I felt very confident about this business opportunity was when I first attended the Success Academy in Singapore. I remember it was at Suntec Convention Center. And one of the reasons I chose to attend the Success Academy was because I was thinking, if this company can operate in Singapore legally, then it should be fine, right? So just let's find out. So I arrived at that place, and I was a little surprised. I was like, oh, not bad. It's quite grand, I was like, okay, the company is serious about this. And I just went through the whole day with them. Actually, I believe most of you had the same feeling when attending the SA for the first time, and you hear them reciting the company motto. Then I'm like, what are these guys doing? Like, is it some brand washing ritual? You get scared a little bit. But, well, if you look at it closely and understand the meaning behind the motto, it's something that Mr. Park wants every one of us to do. Not only when dealing with the business, but also when we're carrying out our day-to-day lives. Am I right? Because, think about it. Cherish the spirit. Serve in humility. Isn't that the attitude that we all should have every day? So as I understand more about Mr. Park's vision and also the philosophy behind Atomy, I'm pretty much convinced that, yes, this business is here for the long term. Also, during the SA, I realized that many of those who were promoted in that month are ordinary people, like uncle and auntie, mostly auntie actually on that month, okay? And they don't speak like professional speakers. They don't look like a model. They're just ordinary people like you and me. And there are some who are businessmen, okay? There were some who were full-time housewife who does not have any prior experience in sales. So that got me thinking. Businessmen who are doing well in their business, that's not somebody I think will get themselves involved with network marketing, Because in my mind, those that do network marketing are either full-time or they are maybe uni student, okay, like I was. And people with no sales experience, and now they're getting this master, then I'm like, if people without experience can do it, then I think I can do it because I myself doesn't have any experience in sales. So that's how I started my journey in Atomy. I was so excited, and I started to tell my close friends about Atomy. But do you know what happened? Some of my closest friends rejected me. Like, wow, that heartbreak, And you just feel so dejected. Then there is family member who just like pour cold water on you, on me actually. They tell you, stop wasting your time. Do something. Focus on your studies, blah blah blah, kind of thing. I don't know if you have experienced that, but I think that's when you grow really. Like that's when I grow. So these doors are closed, and it's actually quite hard to reopen. If you have been through it, you know what I mean, okay? But that is a very good experience. So as I continue along in the journey, I faced another problem. I was a little afraid in approaching people, to share with them about the Atomy products because I am not fully convinced myself, okay? One example was with Hemohim. So Hemohim was a product that I bought, took it myself, but I didn't see much difference in me. Yes, to be honest, because I don't know. So yes, I have heard about the testimonials for members and so on, but I was still skeptical, because there are so many supplements in the market, and everyone is boasting about how good their products are, blah, blah, blah. Some even allege that, this thing can cure cancer, So every day you just scroll through Facebook, everybody is selling something. So you don't know who to trust. And until one day, when I see how Hemohim just helped my grandfather who was hospitalized for more than a week, I see how Hemohim just helped turn the whole situation around. And I really thank God for that, He's 83 years old, and it can be quite risky for people this age. So that's when I start to have confidence in Hemohim, okay? Not fully, but at least I know, okay, this is something that is really good for the elderly, okay? I can't be sure of young people because I'm only 25 and I took it and okay, but then I know that, okay, for elderly, confirm, good. So after that, it was over a period of a few months that when I slowly started to hear more about the incredible testimonies from my members, which I met in person. And it was after that, then I became fully convinced of this product. So I personally think that this is something very important because I don't want to share about something with others that I don't believe it myself. It just feels like I'm lying, And our chairman, Mr. Park, says, to be successful in Atomy, you just have to be a professional consumer, which means you get yourself familiar with the product. You don't just use it, you understand the function and the special features of it. And that's what it takes, However, during that period, I have also faced another problem, which is this, okay? I signed up a lot of members, but I got no PV. Anyone? I believe some of you must have experienced the same thing as me. But why? I later learned that that's because I have used the wrong approach. I was so excited, then I tell people all about the business opportunity, how you can make money and blah, 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 but I neglected the products. So, of course, people are excited as well. They want to make money as well. So they sign up, but they did not buy anything. So that was mistake number one. Mistake number two, I signed up a member. Okay, maybe a friend who signed up to show support, Kudos to this kind of friend. You guys steady. Okay, I never say anything also. Oh, I see. Oh, I really steady, this kind of friend. If you are one of them, steady. Okay, never mind. After I signed them up, I happy, but I just left it there. Okay? Then I thought to myself, hey, how come these friends never come and ask me about Atomy one? Right? And yes, exactly, that is a stupid question I asked myself, okay? Until I heard from one sharing, okay, from one of our leaders in Atomy. He said that, okay, after you sign up a friend and you don't follow up with them and you think, they're just signing up to show face lah, they don't care about this, that kind of thing. This is not their fault, okay? It's ours, it's my fault. It is our responsibility to tell them about what Atomy is, to share with them what Atomy is about, to let them know about Atomy products, the business opportunity, and so on. It is our responsibility. So those were some lessons that I've learned the hard way, few months in. And I realized that the best way to learn might not be learning from our own mistakes, It's learning from mistakes made by others, because that way we don't have to go through the struggle and trouble. So make sure you join the success system and learn the correct way. Don't have to go through all that trouble. And now it's even easier, right? You don't have to pay. You can just sit in the comfort of your home and join the Success Academy, right? So what I've learned from it, from the start of this journey, is that it's very important to keep learning. You see, you have to study for 7 years to become a doctor, or maybe 3 to 5 years to get a degree, okay, in order to secure a job. What makes you think that you don't have to spend time to learn if you want to earn a 5-figure passive income. Logical? So slowly, I started to get the hang of it. I learned how to organize home party. I know how to do demo and even like facial home party. I never thought that one day I would be explaining to people, okay, about Ampule, eye cream, right? Like, I used to be a guy, that guy who, okay, at least I know I have to wash my face with a cleanser and use moisturizer. But today I can organize a facial home party and teach people about skincare. What? Like, I've never thought about that, It's a challenging but fun journey. I learned about coffee beans, vitamins, immunity, all kinds of stuff. So how cool is it? So I slowly became more professional in terms of the products, and I realized that, hey, my closing ratio has improved greatly. So last time maybe it was like out of 10, I got like 5, but now it's 8 or 9, okay? But there's one thing I would like to share with you guys, which is there are just people who just won't sign up or use the product, okay? Don't be hard on yourself. That's not because you're not professional enough or the company is not good enough. No, don't dwell on that because you're going to feel miserable, okay? They are just not the one for you, okay? So just move on, okay? So there are so many things that I've learned in this journey, and I realized that, oh, previously I had an employee mindset. A mindset where I limit myself to how much I need to do for this job and so on, okay? And maybe like, okay, I work for a month already. Hey, I should get paid in the end of the month, that kind of thing. But later I realized I need to have an entrepreneurial mindset. I need to own it, treat it as my own business, put in my time and effort to build it. Because it is my own business. It is. A business that is able to provide me with a passive income. I used to not know about what passive income is also. I think I know what it's like, but it just feels like something very far away. Like, before becoming a sales master, I thought of it of something unrealistic, very difficult to achieve. But now, I know that in Atomy, everyone is able to generate their own passive income. You can too. The only difference lies in whether you have a passive income of 200 per month, 2,000 per month, 20,000 per month, or even 200,000 per month. And that is up to you to decide. So what I think is very important when it comes to evaluating this platform or opportunity, it's our mindedness, okay? In Mandarin, we call it 格局, okay? It's the picture we paint in our mind when looking at Atomy. So do you see this as an international business with zero startup costs, which is able to help you generate long-term passive income? I believe that your achievement in Atomy partly lies in the way you look at Atomy. Because if you look at this and think, well, it's just another MLM company, without really trying to find out the true value, you are missing out a lot. Atomy is a place where if you work hard for a few years, you get to relax for many more to come. Yeah? Okay lah. So not only that, your account can be passed down up to 3 generations. You see? So I feel that in Atomy, it has changed the way I look at things from a narrower view to a wider one. Also from nearsighted to far-sighted. I don't look at what's in front of me right now. I look at what could be maybe 2 years, 3 years in the future, 5 years in the future. So the idea is if you know something is worth it, you will work for it and persevere. Because it's really a fun journey, actually. I've met so many people. I made new friends. And just how good is that, This is something that I really like personally. And what I find most crucial for the success in this journey is your mentality. It's the mentality. How much are you willing to give in order to achieve success in Atomy? How much time are you willing to invest? Yes, of course, everybody wants to have a 5-figure passive income. But are you willing to persevere for a few years? Are you willing to put in the time and effort and overcome the difficulties? I think these are the questions we need to ask ourselves. Of course, these are something that you will need in anything else. Okay, whichever career path you choose, you will need all this quality. But Atomy is able to give you exponential income growth. It's multiplication, it's not plus minus. So there's this saying in Atomy, if you put in the time and effort and work hard, it would be a miracle for you not to succeed. I would like to end with some words of encouragement for our fellow Atomians. Remember, it is our responsibility to share the true value of Atomy to others. Okay, remember, serve in humility. That is what we should do. And to those who are not yet an Atomian, give yourself a chance. Spend a couple of hours to know about this opportunity, which you already did. You're doing it now. Well done, okay? And if you want to know more details, look for your sponsors. Ask them. Or just start with trying out the products, right? No harm trying. And there's even a 30-day money-back guarantee. So just give them a try. I remember this quote from one of the greatest basketball player, Michael Jordan. Don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not trying. So Atomy is a place where you spend the money you will necessarily spend anyway, okay? Buying your daily necessities. But you earn money you couldn't have earned otherwise. Okay? So, like Nike says, just do it. Concluding all this, combining all this together, it all comes down to action. No matter how beautiful the picture I paint, if you are not putting in the work, you will not reap the results. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me today. I hope that my experience has somehow brought some value to you, and let's just humble ourselves, put in the work, and go for what we want. Thank you very much. I'm Vincent, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.